It only gets worse for the Bidens, and that means it only gets better for us Americans. Welcome to John Mike Keene.
Well, remember, the House Oversight Committee referred Jim Biden as well as Hunter Biden to the Department of Justice for perjury. We deposed Hunter Biden, and he lied under oath, and we brought Jim Biden in for a transcribed interview, and he lied under oath. That's a fact. So I would fully expect Joe Biden to pardon Jim Biden.
It's pardon mania. That is a prediction that we're making, that as bad as Joe Biden was for doing a sweeping pardon of his son Hunter, he's going to pardon his brother Jim Biden. They're just waiting. And then eventually, I believe, Joe Biden could even pardon himself. They don't care about respect anymore. They don't care about protocols or tradition. Joe Biden's going to go in and pardon like a madman because he's not going to gain any more credibility now.
And remember, in our investigation, we found that 10 family members, including Joe Biden, profited from the influence peddling schemes where they were shaking down our adversaries around the world for tens of millions of dollars, and then they created all these shell companies and laundered the money through the shell companies. And this is according to 6 banks. 6 banks said this in the suspicious activity report.
The justification that Joe Biden gave at pardoning Hunter was Trump, overly zealous prosecution, that everyone was going to come after him, Kash Patel and Pam Bondi and all these people. He could make the same reason and just go, look, they're going to go after Jim Biden too, and they will go after Jim Biden. So he's going to try to pardon them. Every family member involved. Here's Scott Jennings on CNN just mopping the floor with all these liberals.
NBC News reported that the president and his top aides met this summer and decided 2 things: that they were going to keep this option open, but they were going to publicly maintain that they would not pardon Hunter Biden through statements from Joe Biden and statements from the White House press secretary. They had a meeting. They coordinated the lie, I guess for political purposes. And now that he's leaving office, he is going back on what he told the American people. This isn't simply changing your mind.
Isn't changing your mind. This is a lie, because they knew from meetings that this was the strategy, that he was going to just say that he wouldn't pardon Hunter Biden, and that Karine Jean-Pierre and all the public faces on it, they really screwed over liberal media. It's liberal media that came out and championed Joe Biden for not pardoning his son, saying that he's some kind of virtuous man. And really, they were defending an evil man all along. So he suckered them.
This is just fulfilling what you always intended to do. No Republican is shocked that he is doing this. What I am shocked at is the duplicity of the President of the United States and his top aides to come together and form this lie and stick to it this entire time. We all knew it was ridiculous, and now the American people are seeing what a disgrace he really is.
I think it's incredibly rich to have you say that the people got together and they were duplicitous and they created a lie.
I think we're all thinking the same thing right now. When did Nicole Kidman join the CNN talking panel?
News said it.
I'm saying they created a lie because, honestly, what the other side is.
So he's using one liberal Democrat to insult another liberal Democrat, the news that was reported.
The Department of Justice investigations, indictments into Hunter Biden. This has nothing to do with the Republican Party. They don't run the Justice Department. The Justice Department is an agency of the executive branch. The Attorney General is appointed by the president. This is the Biden administration investigating, charging, and ultimately finding conviction of Hunter Biden. The Republican Party runs no investigation. This is an official DOJ action.
So this takes away their argument that it was Trump pursuing Hunter Biden. It was Merrick Garland's Department of Justice that looked into Hunter Biden and had to nail him for tax evasion and for the felony on the gun and all that stuff, and for lying under oath. So that's not Republicans doing it. So even that's a lie, saying that Trump is going after him.
I follow the Hunter Biden trial very closely. I read every transcript, all the testimony, because that's what all that was made public. You want to get angry? You read the Hallie Biden transcript, and that's Bo's widow. And essentially, he turned her into a crack addict.
That's Chuck Todd throwing the Biden family under the bus, especially Hunter, for going after Hallie Biden, that is the late Bo Biden, his widow. And he said that Hunter Biden made her into a crack addict. Chuck Todd on Chris Aliza's show. These are 2 liberals. Now they're finally bringing you the truth. Now that it's after the importance of the election. They can all be honest on what they really think of the Bidens.
And Joe Biden were so concerned about their family that they decided to run for president.
Jill and Joe, knowing that their son was on crack in 2017 and 2018 and what he did to Hallie Biden, they decided to run for president. He's saying it's selfish and terrible. But where were you at when he ran in 2020? Where were you at, Chuck Todd? You could have said it back then.
Just so when you talk about the word selfish, their decision to run for president put the entire Democratic Party and the United States of America in the position that it's in now.
He doesn't realize this is a total self-own, because you know what else is selfish? That Chuck Todd didn't tell you that back in 2020. That when America was at risk from the Bidens, that is that they were selfish, he selfishly didn't share that information with you, and that's why we're mocking him today. I'm John Mike Keene.